Hi everyone, so this is the demo for the CS731 course project. The name of the project is Healthcare Dapp. It's a distributed application based on the Ethereum network. So there are 5 major contracts in the application. So we'll be deploying and showing the demo right here, right now. First of all, let's compile and then deploy this. First of all, so now you can see that there are 3 contracts are all deployed. The 3 contracts are the major interface contracts, which will be used to interact between different other contracts. So firstly, we'll choose the first address and look into the app interface and get ourselves registered. But before that, we can also check that whether I am already registered or not. We can see it's false. If I register it and then I check it again, so now it's true. So we'll just need this address to get the instance of a person contract, which is deployed already now on the Ethereum blockchain. So after getting compiled, we'll just use this address to add this contract into our instance. Yeah. Similarly, we'll do it for the second address. So we'll first register ourselves, and then we'll just get the address of this new contract, and we'll just use this to get the second instance. Yeah. So now the basic feature of the application, or the major feature of the application, is to get some appointments from a doctor by a patient. So firstly, we'll use the second address as the doctor, and for that we have to go to the app interface and upgrade ourselves to the doctor. Right now it's not just any genuine doctor check, it's just made for seeing the proof of concept. Then as we can see, now we have to get our appointment in the first place, so we'll just again choose the first address. And now for the request appointment, we need 3 things: the doctor UID, day after, and request ID. Doctor UID, the UIDs of all the persons registering on the application starts from 1, and since the doctor was the second one, so it's 2. Day after, it's from 1 to 7, denoting the number of days ahead we want the appointment for. So let's say 3, and it's just a string which we make sure to be unique for each of the requested appointments. So we'll just make this transaction, and yeah, so now the transaction is also done. Now for the first user, we can see whether if we have some appointments or not, and through this app function, yeah, so it returns this is the byte array of the request ID, and this is the slot number which we are assigned to, and this is the patient ID and the doctor ID. So now firstly, we can check whether the doctor is allowed to access the health report contracts of the person or not. For that, we need one more thing. That's right. So to access the report address, a report contract for the patient by the doctor, we need its instance as well right now. So firstly, we just select our address as first user again. We'll call our register function, and it will return an address. So the second address is actually the address of the health report contract. Just again paste it here and add this address. So right now we can see that the number of reports are just 0. Now we'll just move to the second address, and if we call the get report, there are no health reports for the person yet, so we'll create a new report. So for this, there are 3 things required. So let's say it's just vitals 1, this is BRES1, and this is SIMPS1. So now if I transact it, so doctor is able to make this transaction successfully. Now we need to get the number of reports, so it's changed to 1. Let's get the latest report also. This is again vitals 1, press 1, SIMPS 1, which we just did. If we do it again with different ones, so the doctor can use it again with 2, and we can make the transaction again, and now check the number of reports, and the latest report now is just 2. So after this, now if we even see right now for the second person, there is still this appointment left. If we want to end this appointment, we can go to the app interface and call repeat appointment, it requires a request ID, and if we remember it, we just type it ASDFG, but I will just try to make it different first. ASDF, just to make sure, yeah, the corresponding appointment request ID doesn't exist. Now I will just give it a G to make sure it works. Yeah, so the transaction again successful. If I go to my address again and get to my appointments, now there is no appointment. Similarly for the next person, there will be no appointments. Now still we have not revoked the access of the report from the doctor, just in case the patient wants to see the same doctor again. But if the patient really wants to revoke the access, we have to go to his, we have to use the app interface again, and yeah, revoke. So here we require the doctor ID again, so again the doctor ID is 2. So now if I transact it, so this transaction is again successful. And now if we just choose doctor again and try to get any of the items or data variables from the health report of the first person, we can still get this number reports because we just made sure we should get it. But now the latest report is not allowed, only the health report owner and authorized people can access, and right now this doctor doesn't have any access, so he or she will not be able to read or write. So that was the most major application, major use case of this application. Thank you.